And Charleston's coming back to Vladtv, by the way.
Right, which kind of feels like a Boosie shot.
No, it's not.
Inadvertently, it works as one, though.
I mean, no, it's not. I mean, what it was is this. It was that when me and Boosie had a long-standing business relationship, he asked me for a favor to not do business with Charleston.
Right.
So being that this was the biggest, guest at Vladtv, he had that type of grace to do that. Look, I take these business relationships very seriously.
Right.
Like I'm very careful. Like it's rare. It's rare to find someone that you could do business with for year after year, and it benefits both people, and you have a good working relationship, and both people are respectful and so forth. I'm very careful. I'm very kind, very nice, and really obliging to people in this case, right? And I expect that same level of grace back because I'm also doing something that they're getting benefit from, right? So when that gets out of whack, you
no longer have to be loyal in that situation. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, help me get to 10,000 subs. We're talking about how Boosie, well, we're really talking about how Vlad and Charleston White, they're going to do an interview. He used to block Charleston White from doing the interviews because he was acknowledging the honor to, or the loyalty to Boosie. But it seems as if Boosie loyalty lies elsewhere and they no longer have that contract. So as a businessman, you got to make these decisions like, okay, Charleston White definitely is putting up numbers. I definitely need him on my platform. And since Boosie is no longer, Boosie is doing his own thing, which now I doubt if Boosie ever come back to Vlad. I doubt if he ever come back to Vlad, because at this point, it's like his ego and his pride gonna be like, well, damn, you, even in our bad times, our bad terms, you still showed that you was loyal to whatever was best for the business, which Vlad ain't really wrong for that. It ain't really wrong for that. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all did what y'all did. Y'all went through what you went through. You wanted a pay raise. He didn't acknowledge it. So now he got to make that money elsewhere. It's all about the money at the end of the day. It's all about the Benjamins. He had to make that money elsewhere. And even if it means making money with your enemy, then it is what it is. Because he's not, and Vlad don't have any problems with Charleston White. Boosie does. You get what I'm saying? And this is the difference between business and personal relationships. This is why personal relationships and businesses really don't mix, because businesses is heartless. Like, they don't really care what you personally got going on. What are you willing to do to drive this business to have upsells? What are you willing to do to drive this business so you can have views and viewerships and sponsorships? What are you willing to do to get paid? That's the ultimate answer. Leave the comments down below. What are you willing to do in the comments? What are you willing to do to get paid and keep your business afloat?
You start to look at other situations. So, I mean, with the Boosie thing, it was like, look, we hit a wall. He wants 35,000. I told him I'm going to do 25.
Right.
He said no. And when I looked at that situation, even at 35, he was taking about 72% of the money.
Right.
Right. Because I was making consistently about 35.
Right.
So you take in almost 3/4 of the money. I'm doing all the work. I'm traveling. I'm going to your house. I'm having a.
I don't think Vlad was wrong for saying no to Boosie on this one. Leave your thoughts down below. Y'all think Vlad was wrong, or did Boosie have a point? I don't think Vlad was wrong when he did the numbers. And he Vlad can make money doing other things, but it's like, come on now, you trying to squeeze me for all you got because you pocket watching 6ix9ine. This is why I tell people comparing yourself to other people really don't really benefit you. It don't benefit you at all. Compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to how you were yesterday, right? Make sure that every day compare your present self to your future self. That's it. That's the only comparison you should do. Whatever you do on today now affects your future self. So choose wisely what you want to get done today. Choose wisely what you put your energy into. Choose wisely, because your future self is going to depend on that. And your future self knows that if you don't do the thing that's best, that's in the best alignment with your future self, right? You're going to become your past self, or your present self may not equate to your future self. So just think about that for a second. Let that digest.
Air camera crew in Atlanta. I don't fly coach, right? You don't fly coach. So I'm flying, I'm spending thousands of dollars to fly. I'm spending a couple $1,000s because I stay at nice hotels. I can't just stay at
I do
Motel
fly
6.
coach for the record, though.
You fly coach?
Mm-hmm.
I do not fly coach.
It's a matter of pride.
Nah, I'm not flying coach. If you see me fly, I will not be a coach. I have canceled entire trips if I can't fly first class.
That's some bougie shit.
It's some bougie shit, but I've earned that bougie shit. Anyway, so when I
that was well said. Vlad said, I've earned this bougie-ish. I earned it. I've earned it. Plus, at the end of the day, if it's in a business name and you flying on the for business expense, you should travel in the best class. You should travel in the best class. It's a business write-off at the end of the day. Vlad is a millionaire. He multiple millions at the end of the day. His stock portfolio is millions. I think he deserves it. At a certain point, when you get older, don't you see that you want the luxurious things in life because you work hard to deserve it? What you work for is what you shall have, correct? Right? You kill what you eat. You kill what you eat. So if you want to find the things in life, work for it. Work for it. That's it. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but whatever is easy, right, generally don't last. Whatever you work for that takes time, that takes patience, that takes hustle, that takes the thinking ability. Those are the things that's definitely going to be rewarding. Leave your thoughts.
Look at the work, and then you got to think, I got to put out like 50 clips with Boosie.
Right.
To make that money back and hope that a lot of them don't get demonetized and so forth. Hope that the full interview doesn't get demonetized. I'm taking a lot of risk. And my whole staff is working on Boosie clips every day for over a month.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money, a lot of time. Because I'm not really even looking at kind of the overall cost of the company.
Right.
Because that's a little bit more of a soft number. I'm looking at hard numbers and I'm only making about 10 in the hard numbers. If you look at the overall cost, it's less than that. And at 25, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. So I'm getting a hard time at 25. He wants to do 35. I don't even want to do 30.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because with the overall cost, it really kind of becomes zero again.
And he had already kind of worked his way into a position where his rate was high enough that you were only really trying to do it maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sure that if he had stuck to a lower number, if he had stuck to 10K, you might have done every month.
Every month. We could have done every month. You could have made 100.
But a lot of times when you were interviewing him, you were going to like 3 hours. And I could tell that you were really scraping the pot.
Yeah, I got to stretch it out, man. It takes a long time to prepare for it. And it's physically exhausting to really sit down with someone for 3 hours and really kind of have a laser focus. So it's like, if me and Boosie were to come back together, we'd have to renegotiate the whole thing. Right. And I think like pride-wise, he wouldn't do it.
Right.
And I agree with Vlad on that. I don't think Boosie's going to come back based on pride. And if he do come back, it's going to be a lower number. I don't think it's going to be a high number. Or let's just say the number is going to be based on performance. Let's just say that the number is going to be based on performance. The fact, if they do come back, I think Boosie probably going to do double the number, meaning that if he was doing 5-6 million views, he may do 10 million views. But can he keep that up? That would be the thing. Can he keep that up? Because after that, after they reunite, it got to be another storyline. That's just how the story goes. The people want to hear different narratives. They want to hear different narratives. They want to hear the good things, but they also want to hear the bad things as well, especially in the content creating world. And they want to see you break up and break up and make up and break up and break up, then make up, then go do this, then go do that, and then come back and then go do this and go. They want a storyline. Everyone wants a story. Everyone's addicted to stories.
because he feels, when he said, I don't need podcasts, podcasts need me.
Right.
Which I disagree with. I think that he's where he's at today in a large part to podcasts.
Yeah.
As the music started to slow down, the podcast thing kind of went up.
Yeah.
So I think pride-wise, he probably wouldn't do it. So I don't know if I'll do anything with Boosie in the future.
I feel like maybe as time goes by, there will come a time where you guys can barely even remember the details of why you initially got into it. And that at some point, I think that the door will be open for you guys to work together again.
Honestly, I want them to work together again because they had some killer content. Plus, the more content they make, the more I make. You get what I'm saying? So they need to get back together again.
Especially because, a lot of rappers, even rappers who put themselves out there as having a lot of money, sometimes I have my doubts. And I do think that making, almost $100,000 a year for Boosie from interviews is probably pretty significant. Not saying that there's not a bunch of other ways that you can make 100K, but how many features is he really doing? I'm not really seeing it all the time. How much is he actually touring? I don't know. I'm sure he does do a bit of it, but still, to make 100K from doing club dates.
Boosie make a lot of money off touring, but at the end of the day, I think that's going to run out. Just think 10, 20, 15 years from now, he ain't going to be able to tour that much. He's going to be of age. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to want to tour as much. He's not going to want to tour. Imagine you 75 years old still going on tours. It's like, come on. At a point, it's like, come on.
Or if we're doing features, that's quite a good amount of work.
Well, I guess because people are like saying he fumbled the bag and so forth, which I don't agree with. He's been putting out videos saying, hey, man, I make 100K every weekend doing shows. And I don't doubt it, because at no point do I feel like Boosie is dependent on Vladtv to pay his bills.
For the record, I really doubt that he's doing that every weekend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where?
Well, he's pretty big in the South, man. And there's a lot of
But every weekend?
Well, think about it. He's a big entity in the South.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to discredit Boosie on any level, right? I have a lot of respect for Boosie. And,
And one thing I like about Vlad is even when he's talking about his business aspect and how he still got to move on and do Charleston White interviews and stuff like that, he don't really throw salt on Boosie. He still hold him to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Still hold him to a certain, because normally if you fall out with somebody, you like F him, F this, F that. I haven't heard Vlad say anything too bad about Boosie. Business-wise, he gonna see standing on his business, but as far as on a personal wise, even when people coming for Boosie, Vlad always defends Boosie because, like Vlad said, he viewed him as a friend and a dear friend at that. You get what I'm saying? It's hard to find people around. Y'all been doing business 15, 20 years. It's hard to find people like that. It's going to take you another 15, 20 years. Most people don't have the time for that. So I got to applaud Vlad for always. He talks, and it shows Vlad character. Even if you're falling out with him and y'all had a friendship, he's still holding you to a certain degree.